Okay.
Any changes to the agenda?
I don't have any.
Nope, I don't either. All right, committee member compensation. I assume that was the email you sent
Yeah,
out
since
earlier
no
with
one's
the-
here, I had a few forms if someone wanted to fill them out here, but if you guys could fill them out, or you can come into town hall and fill them out. I just need those, and then I'll send you all individual, or general, I'll have Jen send you guys all emails individually about how many meetings you're at. It's $25 a meeting for the past year, and then some people don't want, I know one member can't be compensated because of their job, so just inform her of that at that time, but I just wanted to do that housekeeping. I don't know, does anyone else have questions about that? I mean, it is taxable income, so it's not, it's not much. It's under $600, so, you know.
Isn't it just $25 a meeting?
Yeah. So it'll be like, it's, yeah, it'll be, I think, 250, I think at most dollars for any one
Yeah.
person.
Okay. All right, anything else about that particular? No? All right, and then reappointments, 1-year terms are coming up for Preston,
Yes.
James, Armand.
Yep. So those three, we're still gonna probably put a call out and do a public request, so that way it doesn't, you know, boards don't look like they're just reappointing themselves. But if you're interested in reappointment, send Jen or myself an email with your interest. I know this board works different than others because we specifically try to slot people into a role. That might be a discussion point with the select board at some point, if you guys think that works, or if we just kind of want 7 members at large. But you know, that's for now how it still is. So you know, we'll open that back up here, but I just wanted to give everyone kind of that 1-year turn is usually at our March, April meeting. You know, it's kind of after town meeting day. So there's that. I don't know if anyone has any questions. And then next year, and then all the 2-year people, you have 1 more year. And then to fill out your reappointment stuff. And then probably we'll see how that goes. It'll be the April meeting or the March meeting where we'll readopt rules of procedure and elect new officers for the year. Similar select board, or you know, the kind of like chair or whatnot. They do that every year.
You said that was March?
Yeah, March or April. I think we can talk. My guess is we.
I was looking through the notes and I didn't see anything because I knew it would be coming up. I just wasn't sure exactly.
Yeah, we kind of started. It's hard with meeting once a month, but I think April would probably be fine because my guess is with applications opening up, it will be the new select board after town meeting day doing any appointments, and then, you know, kind of have the April as the organizational meeting for the year for us. A lot of times, most boards, all our other boards meet twice a month. And so that's why they get like, they usually take care of it in the second meeting of March as their organizational one, but it would be our April one.
Okay. Yeah, and April, I think, was the first meeting we had last year, so.
Yep.
Okay. All right, anything else about that reappointment process? No. All right, town meeting day survey discussion.
The one typo that Danielle called out got fixed. Ballots are going out to 4,600 voters this week. We'll start getting returns on the questionnaire. It's only going out to registered voters. We're not going to post it online. We're just going to do it in the ballots. They're getting stuffed and all that stuff now. So our staff's having fun stuffing envelopes. But that's just that one. I don't know if anyone has any questions, concerns. We will have questionnaires out at town meeting day, so people who choose to vote in person can grab one and fill one out there. And then I think what'll happen there is Carrie and we have an intern starting with us. They'll have another project. It's a UVM student. They're going to be working on another project, but I might have them go, depending on how many we get, just tally them in like a spreadsheet for us, and then you know, we can review those. Hopefully. Town meeting day is the 1st. Our meeting would be, I think, what, the 9th? We might have some preliminary numbers by the 9th. I don't know how quickly we'll get everything counted, but we'll do our best there to get that all out to you.
And if you want, I can help with that as well. Like,
Okay.
I'm not opposed
Yeah.
to data entry.
All right. So yeah, I might reach out to anyone who might want to come in because just to collect them all, get them, and and then it's data entry and counting and all that stuff. So that's all I have for that one. I'm hoping, my guess is 1,800, around 1,800 people will vote. So we got last year when we mailed ballots. So I'm hoping we get 400, 500, 600 of them, but we'll see. Because I think that'll give us a better sample. I mean, we got 100 last time, just shy of 100, so this one should be bigger. But that's all I have there. Does anyone else have questions about that process or anything?
Nope. Okay. Public comment. We didn't have a space for the sheriff's office to make any comments, but
We can put that in other business.
Oh, okay. There's nobody here from the public, so moving on to other business.
All right. Paul, do you have anything you want to talk to us about, or any updates on anything?
There, I had to unmute myself, sorry. No, not a lot. I'm sure you guys heard about the Carol Dunsmore issue with the horses and the sheep and stuff. I do want to give I guess an attaboy to Justin Audie. He took that on by himself, went down there for a complaint, reached out to the appropriate people, asked questions when he needed guidance, and did a hell of a job.
Yeah, no, we saw that from a staff perspective, just for the committees. The sheriff's department communicated with us all along the way and let us know how that was going to play out. It didn't surprise any of us at town hall, but we had gotten a lot of complaints, just so you know, from people traveling that road. The animals were loose on the road.
Right.
People, it was a danger to traffic. And yeah, so I appreciate the sheriff's department communicating, because that's one of those ones you see. I was on Facebook the day I knew the warrant was getting executed, but I started seeing the pictures post up of what's going on, and it's nice when we have the information ahead of time.
And we had a couple of our members of our crisis response team that have a good deal of experience in the psychology, mental health field. And I know of at least twice now that since we've done the warrant that we've sent them down there to speak with Carol to make sure she's still doing all right.
Yeah, that's good.
And in the nonprofit, the faith community I represent on this committee, not on this committee, but in general, there are relatives of that individual, and while it was emotionally difficult, they really did feel that the sheriff's department did a good job in the process of that, and not pressing charges, and just the process by which it was handled was really professional and ethical and right.
Right.
So thank you.
Pretty much all I have.
Hey, Paul, quick question I have, and I've seen it, but I think somewhere in the kingdom, somewhere in southern Vermont, and then in Swanton, there's been 3 teenage kids not from Vermont, I think from Springfield, Mass, who've been killed in the state of Vermont in a shooting of some sort in the last couple of weeks. Are we seeing an increase in I'm assuming they're drug trafficking? Just the Springfield, Massachusetts has been known for that, but it just is interesting to me. They've all been teenage, 22 or younger. I think there was a 17-year-old. I can't remember the town, but I just read that in report. Are you guys hearing from your colleagues across the state of any increased traffic? It just seems Vermont's super quiet to have 3 like that within a 2 or 3 week span. It just is interesting to me, and they all seem to be from the same area.
Yeah, we've had some uptick in that type of crimes. Well, look at Burlington, just in the last year, how many gun incidents they've had, shootings they've had. So there's definitely an uptick. We had the incident last week in Swanton, which I can't get into too much detail about, but that just shows you it's coming this way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to me because that I think was the 22-year-old. There was a 17-year-old I just read a report on, and I believe there was a third. Maybe I'm mistaken there, but it just seems odd to me to happen all in such a
Yep.
tight window. So, all right, that's the only question I have.
Okay. Other
I've got
business?
some questions. How's your staffing, Paul?
We could use more. I mean, you know how it is. We can always use more. We have one scheduled to go to the full-time academy that starts in March, the end of March. And we're looking at two for, well, we wanted them to start the March academy. We couldn't get the paperwork down there in time. So it looks like maybe the June level 2 academy.
Is it impacting your ability to cover shifts? The scheduling that the sheriff sent us once and haven't seen since, from back in September, October, I noticed some unfilled shifts, and I'm wondering, is that still a current trend, and how are we going to correct that?
We haven't had any unfilled shifts for the St. Albans town. And the other ones that the Fairfax, I think we had some unfilled, and the Enosburg, we just had, well, the 2 people that graduated the level 2 academy. It took forever to get them their provisional certification because of the additional training they needed. There was 2 courses in particular, the use of force and the Act 80 mental health training. The academy just wasn't scheduling. And so we had I'm sorry, go ahead.
I said, I understand that challenge. I'm just talking specific to St. Albans town, though. The
No, we
had
are
some unopened shifts.
Yeah, no, we have not had any unfilled shifts that I know of in quite a while for St. Albans town.
Okay. That's not what I'm hearing, but that's why I'm asking. So.
Well, I'll have John send you the schedule as many as you want, I guess. But like I say, as far as I know, I haven't heard of any unfilled shifts. With COVID, we just had one more deputy. I just heard today when I got back from my vacation that he was tested positive for COVID, so he'll be out for a little while.
Would you be able to send us that shift report that we had a few months ago?
I can, let me write that down. I will get with Captain Grismore in the morning and see if he can get that out to you.
That'd be great.
And Paul, I haven't seen, I don't know if it's been sent to Carrie, but normally I'm CC'd on it, some of the monthly reports last few months either. I know the holidays and Roger was out for a bit, but I think those are helpful to this committee and us to see those numbers as well.
Yeah, the monthly reports that go out, I do them. And like I said, I've been gone for a week. It was one of my top things on the schedule when I get back in tomorrow.
Perfect. Do want to appreciate too, we had a couple complaints about Dunkin' Donuts and where that traffic cuts down to 1 right there and people racing, and that's been raised, and I noticed we raised that with you guys, and I've noticed the increased presence there, so we appreciate that as well.
Yeah, that's a bad intersection. I don't know why they ever, that lane coming up to the Price Chopper, that should be a turn only lane, but that's the state. You got to deal with them on that.
Yeah. I know they're doing work there in 2024, so hopefully they'll fix it. I think it should be 2 lanes from there all the way into the city, because we're starting to build up that traffic. So
right. Yep.
But appreciate your work there. We got a complaint from actually one of the St. Albans city councilors on that one. I think missed an accident. We reported sheriff's next morning. They had cruisers right there, monitoring. We asked them to, warnings if there was any unsafe stuff, but it seemed to calm it down.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. The one question.
Have you got any citizen complaints, Corey, that you've had come in?
I haven't had any, and none have come in on the website. We've had a few spam ones, but I sent to Jen I got to know one other one like that I didn't send to her, but it was, I've only had 2 spam ones that weren't eligible or legible. The only complaints we had for a bit that the sheriff got involved with that I know about were with the giving out testing kits in early January up at, we had to get police presence there because the traffic was so bad. And then I noticed a few city cops pulling over people in the town. So I did personally reach out to the sheriff and asked him about that because I didn't think they were supposed to be patrolling. It was right across from where the state department or the state police department was up by Fisher Pond Road. So I thought it was interesting that the city PD was up there pulling people over. I would get a
Did you say last
state.
time that the city does all of Hardak? Like, would that have been a reason why?
So
they
the
would have been
city,
in that area?
the city does Hardak itself. If there's an event, they respond to Hardak, but they don't patrol Congress Street or that street there. So
Okay.
Yeah, but
for me.
you gotta understand, if they come up, say Fairfield Street, and they're gonna go down Congress, they can take that loop and, if they see
Yeah.
somebody doing something.
Yeah. No, I get it. I just, if me personally. Oh, go ahead.
Agencies receive grant funding for special click it or ticket campaigns or DUI campaigns, and that's countywide, so they can go
Yeah,
anywhere.
Yeah. I know I had a few people question me about it when they saw it because, they're not our police department anymore. And
Feel like they're getting double teamed.
no, well, theoretically triple, right? If the state
Right.
troopers are right there, like, and they're getting all 3.
I did have a citizen reach out to me that was a victim of a burglary in the town. Had his business was burglarized. Very unhappy, had tried to speak to Roger, hadn't been able to get Roger to even call him back. I directed him to the complaint form.
Yeah.
And I told him I would mention it. I'm hoping Roger will just call the guy back and have it.
If the guy wants to individually reach out to Carrie Johnson or myself, Jay, we can take it to Roger too. We're happy to do that for a resident. I mean, that's what that form's there for, but if they want to just reach out to us and not fill out the form and send us an email, happy to look into that.
I will pass that on.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions for Paul or?
Nope. Other business?
No, I don't have any.
Nope. All right. Approval of the minutes from January 14th. Can I get a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Thank you, Jay.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Danielle. Any discussion, any changes? No, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, and then a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you,
I'll
Preston.
second that.
Thank you, Jay.
All
All
right.
right,